episode 57. How is everyone doing? I'm going to introduce the usual crew. We have Paddy Toner. What's happening, Paddy?
Hello. Everyone, welcome to the show because I didn't have the desktop audio.
Watch that mic.
Sorry.
How is everyone doing?
Is it on twice or is it?
No, it sounds good.
Really loud.
Sorry. I'm really loud and reading the show because I didn't have the desktop audio.
Not too bad. We had a couple of technical difficulties, but we got there.
Yeah, as
got
always.
there in the end.
100%.
We have new backgrounds.
I'm trying my best here. About 30 things going on.
Paddy actually sent out these backgrounds to us, so
Yeah.
I just want to thank Paddy for this.
Yeah.
These are massive signs we have.
Yeah.
Oh,
green
green screen! You didn't see that.
I just always tend to appear and disappear from reality. That's a normal thing that happens.
That voice right there, for anyone that's listening to the MP3, is Mr. John Fogarty. Too old for game. What's happening, John?
And not much. Again, looking forward to the podcast. Lots to talk about, and I love talking to all you fine folks. So let's get cracking.
And Aidan McCallion, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good. I've been busy, and it's 2 hours and 37 minutes to Final Fantasy VII remake comes out, so I'm very good.
Yeah, so we're on the cusp of it coming out. Looks like you're gonna get that pizza after all, huh? God damn it.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so
Tomorrow off work.
That's gonna be you for the whole weekend, yeah.
Well, I'll be around on Saturday for our upcoming charity live stream. But
Having Final Fantasy in the background, just playing and not saying a word.
Pretend no one else is here. Get out, man.
I'll participate.
So,
Oh my God.
So just before we get into it, Paddy, we have a couple of announcements for this weekend. Do you want to tell the good folks what is happening to kind of give them a rundown, if they don't already know?
Well, this weekend we are trying to raise some money for Jigsaw. Jigsaw is a group set up, or an organisation set up in Ireland to help young people with their mental health. And at this time, we think it's very important that we talk about mental health and we help these kind of people out because they're great to have them. And what we're doing is having a 24-hour live stream. We're doing it on Twitch, twitch.tv/The Republic of Players. And we're going to have loads of Irish streamers on it, including all of ourselves. And then there's Anti-Tinkerbell, All Cast Irish Gamers, Platinum Jack. The list goes on. It's infinite at this stage. So if you're around, come in and check us out. We're going from 9 a.m. in the morning to 9 a.m. the next day. You're going to be sick of looking at me. So I'm doing it from this house here, and we're going to have the boys in through the whole day. Hopefully we do another podcast if we get to write one. And we're going to be doing a game and quiz. We're going to be doing games all day. I'm going to be many interactive games as possible, even Fortnite. It's brilliant.
And where can the good folks see that stream, Paddy?
Twitch.tv/The Republic of Players. I actually got it changed. It was the Rep of Players, and they must have allowed the extra characters, so I changed that lately. Also, in the description, anyone that's loves, I know you guys love to send us stars, but this week it'd mean a lot if you were going to, or you're not. There's no pressure, but in the description you can send it there so we can help us raise some funds. It'd be great. Also, I'll be playing with as many people as possible. We're playing Call of Duty, we're playing Fortnite, playing Apex, Jackbox, probably loads more. Maybe some Tarkov, maybe. But,
Gang beasts. You know what has to happen, Paddy.
Gang beasts.
I reckon Tarkov is going to be that late night one. It's just like, what will we play just to keep us going? Just to pass the time.
I'm going to be like at 4 o'clock in the morning and start taking bets. Who's going to last? Who's going to come in? Who's going to stay? Everyone's going to go off. All you're going to hear is silence and, are you there?
This is my wheelhouse. If there was anything that was my wheelhouse, it's staying up for 24 hours because I'm a maniac. So I can do it no problem.
Well, that's good. We just have to come up with lists and lists and lists of games. Because I remember the last 24-hour stream we done, I end up asleep on the floor. So
that was great. Great crack.
It was great. It was unbelievable. Unfortunately, I wanted when we was going to set this up, I wanted to do kind of the same thing again and like get everyone together and have the crack. But unfortunately, we can't do that at the minute. So we're going to do it the way we can digitally, and it should be great. I'm really looking forward to it.
So what I will say, because I know there's a couple of people in the chat there that sometimes jump into streams. If you can, for any way, open up a tab on your computer. And just kind of leave it there. I mean, a lot of us do have our computer on all day. If you could just jump on, open a tab, and then obviously interact when you can, it will help us out an awful lot.
The thing about Twitch is the more people that are watching the channel, the more likely other people are going to come in and watch the channel. That's just the way it is. Because like people are nosy. Let's face it. So if they see,
exactly.
if they see 10, 15, 20, 30 people in a channel, they're like, oh, we'll go in and have a look, see what's going on here. And especially if it's an event thing like this, because the tab does really work. Does really help get
Yeah.
the numbers up. And obviously,
Yeah.
you can donate anything. I know there's a lot of pressure. I've been asking companies and stuff like that to help sponsor, but a lot of them can't because everybody's under a lot of pressure the last while, and that's fine. Be good just to show some support, even to come in to talk. I'm going to have people. I think there's 4 people from Jigsaw coming on throughout
Nice.
the day. So we're going to come on and they're going to talk to us about certain things and saying how they're getting on and what's going on. So it's going to be a very interactive day, and I definitely say to come along and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Take part.
And like you said, Paddy, I think it's going to be great for the mental health awareness because it's very difficult to think of, everything that's going on in the world with what's going on. And I think it's very important to just keep, the people that had mental illness before this happened still have that mental illness. So it's to kind of look out for them and to prepare everyone for what the aftermath of this is going to be, because like at the end of the day, like we are kind of prisoners in our own home. Like some of us are okay with that. Like a lot of us gamers, we've been doing it forever. Like we said,
severe anxiety to what's going on every time. Like
Yeah.
I know myself, there's a few people that every time they get a cough or any time that they feel like a sniffle coming on, they're like getting anxious because they don't know what it is, and it's fair. Like it's hard to get it. Like, and you're driving up the road and you see Garda stopping everywhere. Like this is the closest to like a war situation that we've ever been in, I think, and it is hard
100%.
on people and it's difficult. That's all you have to. You can, as we said, there's loads of places that can help you. There's places like Jigsaw and stuff like that. So just don't forget about the charity organisations in this time because it's very hard for everybody.
and what I will say, there's going to be one hell of a party when this is all over. I cannot wait to sink that first pint in a pub.
I might wait a week or two after the all clear. I'm that kind of guy. I will have a big
There's
party.
any country left at that stage.
The day, the day they say you're all allowed out, lads, that's going to be the biggest bender of all time. And it's just, I'm just a little worried that, people are going to be high-fiving and hugging and kissing. They're like, listen, lads, just be careful. So I'm going to wait at least a week before anything.
No, but look, we're going to try and, obviously with the stream, we're going to try and keep it positive, talk about obviously mental health and mental health awareness, and again bring all the community in, because that's what it's all about. It's all about getting the Republic of players, giving them something entertaining to do for the weekend. Like at the end of the day, we've no sport, there's nothing really on TV, there's no movies coming out, so it is a strange time. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and do our best to keep you entertained.
Yeah,
and
we've something coming up in a few weeks as well, and we're not going to let that know yet. But that's a big one too.
That's a big one. Yeah,
I can't wait to let that one go.
There you go. So there is a lot going on in the background, which is fantastic. Like we're making moves even with what's going on. So so stay tuned, okay? So guys, we'll jump in with the what we're playing section. I'm gonna hit up Paddy first. I know you've been very, very busy. So
yeah, like that's the whole thing of it. I honestly haven't played at any games this week. I don't even know if I touched it. Did we play any games this week, John, at all? I don't even think I touched.
I don't think so.
It's just been it's been busy. I'm working on some kind of layout. What are they called? Layouts, or working on something. But I'll probably jump on for a few games after this, and have something. Call of Duty, I suppose, is probably the one that I would like to dip in, since they've after putting in quads. Yeah, that's really it for me. To be honest, I hate to say that, but
no, but like you've been doing a lot of good stuff in the background. So fair play to you. You're keeping the ship afloat. So good work. And thanks for the banners as well. We really appreciate it.
Banners, no problem. I'm gonna have to drop the link in there because someone was already asking about giving stars, and we do appreciate them. We love them. I'll get the stream the page going more, so you can give stars in the future. But for today, if you can give it on to the Just Giving, there be fantastic. No pressure, but if you can,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. With the pressure that's on everyone, we don't expect too much.
Yeah.
Just your tab open is even a great support.
Yeah. If you're going to give stars anyway,
that's what I mean. If they're going to give stars, give it to the Just Giving cause, because they're well worth it.
John Fogarty, what have you been playing, sir?
Again, kind of like Paddy, I haven't been playing very much because I've been busy myself doing a variety of things.
Your YouTube videos have been mental this week.
Yeah. But I've been doing the daily videos, because it's only I might keep it going afterwards, but I'll see it. I'm doing the daily videos for the lockdown, just to kind of keep people's minds off it. If you think they're crazy, today's one that's going to come up later after this is a bit mental, but it's more on par with the freaking Trump one I had to do. But
that was funny. The Trump one was was hilarious.
This is another rant. But other than that, game wise,
give us the accent, John. Give us the accent.
Hi, my name's John. what was I? Bill Masters. I'm from Louisiana. Anyway, but games wise, because I've been doing a lot of reactions and stuff because they're easy, good turnaround. A day. I have to make a video in a day. Oh, it's a nice shirt.
It just really blends in with everything. It's like the drop cat. Oh, wait, this way.
Hey.
What I will say was that I was playing a bit of, and I know you love this game, Petty. I was playing a little bit of Human Fall Flat.
Yeah, I went to watch that video. I need to jump in to see what actually happened because when we played that video, I was like, John, this is boring the shit out of me.
Well, I think we did a really hard level because
me and John ended up staying in this. Like we started off in this room and it had a gate on it. And the two of us were in there for a good 20 minutes.
but we got out there eventually.
Hold on a second. What is this game? Humans Fall Flat?
Yeah.
It's basically it's a game where it's a bit like Gang Beasts the way it looks. You're like this little blobby character. It's different buttons to handle different parts of your body. And the difference between this one is that you're basically dropped into a level where you're trying to progress from one end to the other, but there's loads of physics-based like puzzles you have to solve in order to get from one place to the other. And me and Paddy played it, and we couldn't figure it out. And we played it for like over an hour. And then Paddy was like, "I'm going to go eat a Chinese," and then he left. He never wanted to play the game again. Neither did I. Like we both of us were kind of annoyed by it, and in all honesty. And but because I need content, and then I was like, "Oh, Human Fall Flat, I'll give that a go." And I have a video up. Was it yesterday? Was the video? I think it was.
Yeah.
And I had a bit more fun in it, but the level was way easier, Paddy. Like when you watch it, you'll see it was way easier than what we were playing. Other than that, I haven't been playing much.
Okay, sweet. Aiden?
I've been playing a couple of things. I started Half-Life Alyx on the VR Half-Life game, and
now you're talking my language.
That game it's a Half-Life game. Like, I'm shocked at how much of a Half-Life game it is.
Sweet.
The first cool thing is when you turn it on, the Valve logo is fully in 3D with the big circular head with the Valve on it, and that is super cool. It's the best.
All the same voice actors, all the kind of same. I know it's VR, so how does that feel in a Half-Life game?
The people I've met so far are right. I've done very limited shooting. You don't actually do that much combat at the beginning of the game. It's a lot of exploring around, having to open doors with your hand, like actually open doors and things. Almost every object you meet or you find is completely interactable with.
The originals were kind of like that, weren't they? You could just pick up a bucket and throw it at one of the combine.
Yeah, you could. I don't know if anyone's seen the video that was out. The guy who did the full math lesson in Half-Life Alyx, because you get a big windowed whiteboard at the beginning of the game and you can pick up markers and do like actual drawings. And he did a physics lesson in the game.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, it's varying. Like you're really engrossed right away. You feel it's the Half-Life thing. There's no gaps anywhere. You're fully within the person at all times. And it's set in the middle of like the earlier part of the combine sort of insurrection. So, and it's a lot of the early parts of the game is a lot of sneaking around buildings and trying to not get like gotten by the combine. It's really cool so far. My head was sore afterwards.
Is it in the same city?
Yeah, you're in
City 17. There you go.
Yeah.
Same place. So you're Alex working with the father at the kind of
at the beginning of the game. You're heading back towards your father.
What's his name? Dr. Green, is it?
No, Dr. Green's the bad guy.
Oh, Dr. Green's the bad guy with the mustache or with the beard. Yeah.
Vance.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
Vance.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm not going to spoil what happens because the stuff gets really like. There's a couple of really cool moments at the beginning of the game that happens.
Yeah.
But if anyone likes Half-Life, you should 100% try to play this game.
It's one of my favorite games of all time. I actually played Black Mesa there, the remaster of the original game, and again, absolutely top notch. It was a fan made mod that Valve actually took on board and are now selling it on Steam, and it's unbelievable what they did. Like, we always hear of games that are recreated, fan made, and they never kind of see the light of day, but for the actual developers to bring it on and release it, it's brilliant. But no, I'm delighted with that. When I seen that coming out first, I actually thought, here's our chance. Like, if this does well, what's going to stop Half-Life 3 coming out? Like, being honest, like, nobody's seen this coming. Like, and I'm never the one, like, everyone's kind of writes Half-Life 3 off, but I don't, because I know they could just release it in a second. You know what I mean? It could be a stealth drop out of nowhere.
The exciting thing about this is every review I've heard people talk about, it's been like all these people are like, "Oh, Half-Life 3 is not coming now. They're doing a VR game," and then anyone who's finished this is like, "Well, I can't wait for Half-Life 3."
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm really excited to see how this ends because everyone feels like it's coming.
That's
I've
brilliant.
also I got if anyone's been checking out the Republic of Players story on Facebook, you'll have seen that I picked up Taiko no Tatsujin, which is a Japanese arcade drumming game. You have like a taiko drum. I got the thing with the actual drum itself, and it's all about. There's only 4 inputs. There's the face of the drum, the rim of the drum. There's 2 shots in the face and 2 shots in the rim, and it's one of the most fun rhythm games I've ever played. I kind of knew I would like it because I've been watching videos of it for years and been like, I really want to get this, and then. Being in quarantine and not spending much money, I'm like, I can afford this. I'm going to get this. So yeah, it arrived yesterday, and I played it for a couple hours this night. It's really fun. There's a lot of really cheesy like Vocaloid music and anime themes, just things that I like on it to play.
Awesome.
And they've been the 2 main things. I'm still playing Trails of the Sky. That's the game I'm sort of working my way through.
That's just the game that you play forever, isn't it? It seems.
Trails of the Sky.
Yeah.
It's a 6-7 game series, and this is the 3rd one, and I'm intending to finish all 7.
Sweet.
Nice.
Hey,
so dude, that's great content, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I've been playing a couple of games myself, but I suppose there's only 2 that I really want to talk about. The first one, speaking of microtransactions, guys, NBA 2K 20 is a cesspool of gambling, addiction, microtransactions. It's actually sickening. It's sickening how bad it is.
I watched the man for half an hour on the stream. It didn't show basketball. It was like a movie.
It's so bad that if your account is, if your date of birth is under 18, there is parts of the game locked out to you. You cannot play the career mode because there's a game mode called the Neighborhood, and it's like literally like a kind of an RPG. You go in, you walk around, you can see guys playing, you can challenge them. But there's this place called the Anti-Up, okay? And you can literally walk in to that place, and there's people playing basketball, and you can bet in-game currency on the team that you want to win.
Gambling, boys.
No,
that's not even pretend.
Straight up. No. That's not even pretend gambling. This is literal gambling. And what I found even funnier is if you're under 18, you're locked out of these modes. Like, it's just how they got away with it. Like
career mode.
I'll take a couple of videos, lads, and
I suppose they got away with it, Ronan, by having it that it's locked to people under 18. That's probably how they got away with it. Do you know what I mean?
Possibly so.
Is this the one with the casino?
Yes, there's a casino in it. You can go in and you have 1 free spin a day, or you can spend VC coins to do a spin and get like whatever a prize.
So much have you spent?
I've spent about 30 quid on top of the game.
I've done more than FIFA back in the day.
I have it about a week.
Nice.
VC coins. The VC coins do 2 things. They it's a pay to win system, so you can put all the points on your player, okay? But not just that. Everything in the game, whether it's clothes, whether it's runners, whether it's anything, you use VC coins, okay? It is the worst I have ever seen. It's like a mobile gambling game. Like, it's really, really, really bad. Anyone out there who's looking to get a basketball
game, and it's not free, so that's even worse.
It's actually on sale for $19.99. Now, okay, let's flip it a little bit. Okay, that side of it is really bad. On the court and doing like your kind of my team or the career mode that's in it, on the court, it's the best basketball game I've ever played. Like, it's the movement that they have, the way the player progresses. It's brilliant kind of in those offline modes, but when it drips online, that's when it kind of gets a little bit fishy, to be honest. But yeah, I picked that one up. I also, the second game, so to flip it a little bit, the second game that I got for free was off PSN, and that's Dirt Rally 2. It's hands down the best car game, the best racing game on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's just there's nothing like it really. If you're into kind of rallying, if you're into sim kind of racing games, get Dirt Rally 2.0. It is just, it's unbelievable. You jump in, you're going to crash over and over again, and then you'll start to feel yourself get a little bit better and better. And when it clicks, there's nothing like it. It's just white knuckle racing.
Did no one get Resident Evil 3?
No, I actually didn't because I heard it's way too short.
Exactly.
And,
that's right. John said that.
Yeah.
Not that me saying that here is gonna make a difference. Like, oh yeah, sure, I knew that already. No, but sure, you have to talk about it anyway.
Get on sale, get on sale. But I think
a lot of people are very disappointed with it.
4 hours of a campaign for $60 is no bueno for John. So
Resident Evil 2 was always my favorite anyway. I never really got into 3 because I thought they used the Nemesis is quicker than you, and it just feels like he's, I don't know, for me it kind of ruins that slow survival approach. Just for me now, I know there's a lot of people that love that game, but I prefer the slow approach to Resident Evil 2.
I'm going to play it, and I'm kind of happy that here it's short, because I kind of like short games now, because games are too long.
Yeah, games are too long.
I'm not playing full price for it.
I don't mind that it's 4 hours long. I think €60 is a bit steep.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. And I've just been playing Warhammer 2 kind of on the side. I have a campaign going, like, I'll jump in on lunchtime and make a few moves and jump out, and to me that's the best strategy game of all time, hands down. It's fantastic. Anyone that's into strategy games, get Warhammer. Total War Warhammer 2. Any of the Total War games are brilliant, but that one in particular. So guys, we're going to go on to news, and the first one is a big piece of news actually. So we have a new top contender in the world of esports and gaming. The upcoming first-person shooter game Valorant has taken the gaming world by storm this week, and it's not even out of beta. Riot's Valorant has a record-breaking day on Twitch. According to Twitch, the game broke the single-day hours watched record in a single game category with 34 million hours watched. Meanwhile, the game hit a peak concurrent viewer total of 1.7 million, which is second only to the 2019 League of Legends World Championship, which is also Riot Games as well. So they're on top of their game at the moment is an understatement. Anyone watch some of the streams? I know I have.
Yes, I think we all did. Yeah,
I left mine on all day, with it muted, and I came back and there was no beta code, so it was a big lush. Where's the code?
Quite similar.
What's the point having it open? You're lying to me. The drops is a marketing technique that was perfected by Escape from Tarkov. You're just copying them, right? I know they did it for PUBG, but Tarkov did it better, right?
Yeah, because you got stuff on Tarkov. That's it.
Like I sat in Tarkov, we had it open for about 4 days. We got
some great stuff.
Loads of stuff. I got loads and loads of stuff. I was so disappointed with Valorant. I was watching. I think I can't wait to get a code for this. Jesus, it's coming, guys. It's coming. And then the whole day came back. Click. They're flaking. No, they didn't care about me. Right? Off.
That is not a gauge how you gauge the quality of a game.
Right. Well,
it is for Paddy.
It is for me.
Hold on. Okay, so let's go back a second. What do we actually think of the game? Is it just that we can't get our hands on it, or do we actually want to play this game?
I do want to play it.
Why?
It's Counter-Strike. That's why.
None of us play Counter-Strike.
I know, but
I wanted it's too hard to get into Counter-Strike.
I like a new challenge. I love a new shooter. I love a new challenge.
None of us are into Overwatch, and none of us are playing Counter-Strike, and that's what this game is.
I had played Counter-Strike before, and I do enjoy it. But I do like this. Does look like it's going to be the next big game, and I'm in to try and get into the top fella. I'm going to be number one on Twitch. I'm going to be number one playing this game in the world. That's just I like. This is why they know Riot know me. Like Riot should be sending me this game.
If you know me, if you know me with these types of games though, like it's Tarkov is an anomaly because I always get bored of these games after like 2 weeks. Like I'm not playing freaking COD at the moment, and I loved it 2 weeks ago. For some reason these kind of I know it's not battle royale really, but these types of games just I get bored of them, and I want to play something like 2 weeks later. So that's why I'm not super hyped for it, because I know it's a game I'm going to get bored of very quickly.
I'm kind of with you there, John, as well.
I love Mario.
I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike, especially in college. I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike Source.
Yeah.
And sort of
came from Half-Life.
All of my skills in Counter-Strike are gone. But trying to go back and playing Counter-Strike now, when this version has been out for like 8 years and everybody that plays it every day, is way too difficult.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to that's why I look at Valorant. Also, they are ripping Counter-Strike off so blatantly.
Oh yeah,
they're ripping Counter-Strike and Overwatch. Like it's a blend of the two. And
Counter-Strike though, very much so. Just the whole gameplay and the buy system.
The running with the knife.
Counter-Strike. Well, I suppose it's a good idea because that game's very popular.
Yeah.
I mean?
The cocking of the gun whenever you switch to a gun, the running with the knife.
The knife to run faster. It's shameless, really.
I think what's going to happen here is it's going to be, a massive esport game, but as far as people watching, stream after a year, I just don't think it has the entertainment value for watching stream, for 8 hours a day, or people even streaming it for 8 hours a day. I could be wrong. Like I honestly, I watched a good bit of it. I watched Summit play it, and I watched Dr. Disrespect play it, and for me, the mechanics in that game are dated. Like there's no lean system. The shooting mechanics, you can't look down the barrel of a gun if it's an SMG.
Just his finger first. You're gone.
No, you don't need to look down sights. Point fire for life, baby.
Yeah, but I'd like to have it there. I'd like to have it there.
I agree with you that it's not that fun to watch. I kind of turn off this. I'd stop watching after 20 minutes.
It's quite boring actually to watch.
Yeah. It looks like a game that I would enjoy playing.
To be honest, I just love the way the games are like the marketing are stepping up for games the last way. Like they're really trying to give it a shot. They're all adding to it. Like the drop system really works for blowing games up, and like this goes to prove it again. They seen how well Tarkov did a few months back, and they said we'll do this at the launch, same as like an Apex style where they launched. But I suppose that people did know about this game, but it really dropped out of nowhere for me. I only heard about the last couple of weeks, and next thing they did this they dropped this to the last couple of days. I think only 25,000 people got beta keys. That's annoying. There should be a lot more. If they're going to do, like, there was 100 and something thousand people watching on one channel.
That's not enough.
That's nowhere near enough.
No.
To leave you sitting waiting. But to be honest, that's what I said. I love the marketing. I love to see how they're going to keep adding to it. What's the next game going to do? Like that's what I really like seeing. And I do think if they get the right people playing this game, it'll be huge. Like they're doing it now to cause hype for it, and they'll probably get a lot of people to get it. Like, and that's what's going to happen. Top streamers are playing it. More likely, their kids are going to play it, and young people are going to start playing it. I'm definitely going to give it a shot. Anyway, I dropped off Call of Duty a little bit too as well, but
same.
Shooting games. I love shooting games. So
it's just my brain, and that's why I said Tarkov is an anomaly, because I love that game and I know I'll always go back to it. But it's not the type of game that I would usually go back to. I usually get bored of them quickly. Just me.
Yeah. If you do want to play that game now and probably get banned in a couple of days' time, you can do so for the low price of €150.
How do they know though? You have to buy someone's actual account off them, is it? The Riot account?
Yeah, it seems like that.
No code or anything. I suppose if they linked your Riot account, it'll go straight to the account. So I suppose they can.
Yeah, you have to buy their Riot account and the Twitch account.
Somebody was saying that they think most of them viewers are in there were bots, but I don't know. I'd say some of them were, but I don't think a lot of them were.
Some of them definitely were. The chats were moving very fast.
Yeah. Well, if the chat's moving fast, there's less chance of bots. It's when the chat is slow, there's bots. Do you know?
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's
you mean less. It was because if there's no chat, the bots don't really say much. They'll say generic stuff, but very little. That's a big thing on Twitch. Bots. That's for another show.
Yeah.
At another time. Bring up this controller.
Yeah. So the next piece of news it's a big one. So Sony have given us our first image of the PS5 controller, and Paddy has it up there on screen. And the quote that goes with the controller is: "The DualSense marks a radical departure from our previous controllers, offerings and captures just how strong we feel about making generational leaps with the PS5. The new controller, along with the many innovative features in PS5, will be transformative for games, continuing our mission at PlayStation to push the boundaries of play now and in the future. To the PlayStation community, I truly want to thank you for sharing this exciting journey with us as we head toward PS5's launch in holiday 2020. We look forward to sharing more information about the PS5, including the console design, in the coming months." And that was from Jim Ryan, who is the president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. I'm going to jump in straight away. I absolutely love it, to be honest. I really, really like the design of this thing. One, I love the Xbox controller, and I love the PS4 controller, and this is a mix match of the two of them. I love it.
Yeah. Do you think it looks like the Star Trek symbol?
Yeah. It's like a stormtrooper head or something.
It does. Like, as soon as I seen it, I was like, that's Star Trek looking to you, because it was definitely Star Trek looking to me.
Yeah.
Reminds me a bit of Evie from, what's the name? Wally. Looks like Evie from fucking Wally.
Does, you know what, like with every console, I understand they have to update the technology in it, but do they have to change what it looks like every time? Does it really matter?
Do they change it that much?
Come on.
No, I know it's marketing.
It's not. The problem is you don't want a Wii U situation where nobody can tell the difference.
Yeah.
But the PS3 and PS4 controllers weren't that different.
Yeah, and the PS2, and like bar like the freaking wire obviously coming up the back.
Oh, the controller. Yeah, I thought you meant like just everything.
Yeah, I think the controller gets away a little. Like, this looks similar to the older ones. It's just a little bit chunkier, I think.
Well, I will say, if it is as chunky as the Xbox controller, which it's hard to tell with the picture, but if it is as chunky, I would question the left thumbstick placement, because if you look at an Xbox controller, they have it up, so it's right here. That's why it feels so beautiful. And then you have the other one down here. But the thing about the PlayStation, like would say PS4 controller, is that it had kind of the two long handles, so you didn't mind slipping your hand down doing that. But if this is as chunky, and give a little bit of this, this one. You gotta slip the heads down and give it a little bit of
that
this.
with John.
You're a man slipping it down.
You know what I mean? I think maybe, but obviously they have testers and designers on this, so maybe it does feel good. And I know that's not, you know what I mean. And the PlayStation controller always had the two things, the analog sticks beside each other. So
that's
I don't know.
Controller, PlayStation controller had.
Do you think Sony's wrong with their analog stick placement? Personally,
do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. For me, without question, shout of doubt, Xbox 360 / Xbox One controllers.
I suppose we're eating into the topic of the week here.
yeah.
Always.
Yes,
Are we?
Let's move it on, guys. We can talk about that when we come to it.
I will say, I'm so happy they kept the touchpad.
Yeah.
There you go.
I love my big map button.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So we
That's
have
not the first time I've read topic of the week, I swear.
We have a brand new season for Modern Warfare, and it's season 3. So let's check out the trailer, Paddy.
It's a...
Okay.
No
trailer.
They can't show.
Oh well.
Wait, I
can't show
can't.
that to the
Did
public.
still come out.
So season 3 will bring new skins and weapons, including non-silenced and silenced version of existing weapons available in the game. As well, Activision will drop a load of new blueprints into the map via its supply boxes. Plus, you'll have the opportunity to get the combat pack if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber. The new maps coming to Modern Warfare include is it Havoc Sawmill, Talsik Backlot, and Annaville Incursion, each which is briefly previewed in the game. New game modes and maps will drop later on in Season 3 as well for all 3 gaming platforms. I have played it. That game is really good. And yeah, they brought in squads, which is, I think they call it quads, so it's a 4-man team. A little bit upset that they got rid of, 3-man squads.
Is it up to 200 players yet? Or is it still 150?
I haven't actually. I didn't notice that. No.
They're on about doing that for ages. I don't know if they did it today or not. I think it's good the way they keep. I'm actually because I didn't realize it was season 3 was starting already. I bought season 2 like 2 weeks ago. So, but I think it's good with the quads. I do understand what you're saying. It'd be great if these games actually had the options of just solos, duos, trios, and squads. I know it must be just hard. It must be difficult on the servers, which is understandable.
I think they just don't want to split the player base into these, 4 or 5 different number modes. Like, so if you had like everybody playing solo, that takes away from the duos.
It'd be hard to fill a lobby. I get you.
Yeah, it'd be hard to fill a lobby. Like maybe Call of Duty won't be too bad, but even if you go non-cross play, it'll say that you may have issues filling lobbies.
There's a lot of people giving out about the crossplay. So I reckon there's a lot of hackers.
Yeah, I personally don't like it, to be honest. Because I do think PC crossplay in a competitive scene, because PC is just a massive advantage no matter what way you look at it.
100%.
Auto aim or not.
It now.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I play like can't say I play competitively on Call of Duty because I haven't. But I mean Fortnite, like I didn't really mind the difference. playing crossplay with PlayStation or PC because I got my ass kicked in both. But I understand where people are coming from. But I do think there's a lot of whinging and moaning. It's like, he got controller. He got what's the fucking auto aim and all this stuff on the controller, and then your lad's giving out and he's got a PC that's going 125 million frames, and the other lad's on controller. I think that's a good difference.
Yeah, but the thing about PC, as Ronan was touching on, is the PC just hacking. It's just a massive problem. That's the main advantage people have on PC if they're unjust, like.
Yeah, but there is an advantage to PC, like, definitely.
Like, I have it on both PC and console, and I don't like playing it on console because I know there's guys there that have their mouse and keyboard and they're able to
on PC,
turn. Sorry, on PC, yeah, and they'll be able to turn a lot quicker than I can on a controller. I know there's guys out there that are very good using the controller, but a guy that's good on controller or a guy that's good on PC wins every time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know lads have good on both.
Good on both. There you go.
Well, he's probably better on the PC.
I always just get it on PC anyway. The PlayStation's getting connected up now for the 24-hour stream, and that's probably the first time I played it in months. PC just does it better. Sorry, boys.
So the next piece of news is League of Legends Spring Split playoffs have been signed up to be played on ESPN America. More news from Riot Games here, guys. They're absolutely smashing it. The network announced today that 5 matches will air on ESPN2, the secondary network ESPN uses for much of the esports coverage, and through the ESPN app. Those matches will also be made available to replay directly after the games end within the ESPN app. The first match of the Championship Series will pit 100 Thieves against TSM on Wednesday, April 8th at 4 p.m. ET. We're excited to work with Riot Games to create innovative content opportunities around this amazing franchise system, said John Lasker, Vice President of Digital Programming at ESPN, showcasing one of the most popular esports in the world. With the LCS Spring Split playoffs allows ESPN to serve new audience. So yeah, that's a massive one. But I mean, if anything is going to do with League of Legends, is that game is big, like, since forever.
Yeah.
Has anyone played League of Legends?
No.
I put a lot of time into that game.
I played like 5 games total. I never liked it as much as Dota, so I didn't give it much time.
Okay.
I just, when them type of games, every time I watch them on stream or anything like that, I'm like, what is going on?
There's not. It's a difficult game to watch. It really is, because you need to know the game. You need to know what's happening, and you need to know the abilities, and it's a really difficult game to watch. I find it hard.
I've had lads get annoyed. I'm like, you're just standing there and hitting them, and be like, yeah, but you're putting this down, and then the timing on this, and you're doing this, and you're doing that. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, there's so much to that game. It's crazy.
And it's mental. That's so popular. It's the biggest game in the world, and it's just nuts. I suppose you just have to get into it and understand what's going on to really enjoy it.
Asymmetric MOBAs are the most complicated games you'll ever try to get into. Yeah. Like, they seem like, it doesn't seem like much to it, but once you get into every little aspect of that game, every role is entirely different how they play. It's so complex.
And isn't there hundreds of characters? Or am I wrong about that? Or
yeah.
Between 102.
But that's the thing, you can jump in and you can say, right, I'm going to start off as a range character. And that's what I did when I first jumped in. So you're just kind of hanging out in the back and trying to poke at your enemies while, say, somebody that can go in and face-to-face someone. There's so many different ways to play that game. I reckon there's...
Sorry, Ronan.
No, work away.
Why I kind of put that in there was more of that's going on ESPN, which is unbelievable. I think it's going to happen more and more and more. Even with the F1 happening a few weeks ago, where they put the players, the drivers in playing on the F1, that was unbelievable. And to have that on the sports channels, I think that's going to happen more and more and more and more. It's great to see it. We might get to see like a FIFA channel or like a F1 channel, like proper esports channels on Sky, or have a streaming platform for it. That'd be a good idea too.
That's the way it's going.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was brilliant to see it on. Obviously, that's probably the best one for a player base to watch is on the likes of ESPN. Because like when you think about it, like UFC and stuff, they really said that they made it when they get to ESPN, and it's the same thing for any game. And when they get to ESPN, they're seen as a proper sport.
Didn't Ninja be on? Wasn't he on the cover of one of the ESPN magazines?
I think he was on it there last year, wasn't he?
So they're really starting to appreciate the gaming scene, which is good.
Yeah.
The next piece of news is, I'll say it after I say it. But so a bet has been settled here on the Republic of Players. Finally, after years of talking and years of postponement, the Final Fantasy VII remake is finally here.
He's brought it up. I was like, did you read this? Did you read the show?
Isn't it half a game or a quarter of a game? Out there.
He's such a Mullingar man. He's such a Mullingar man.
Definitely not half a game. Yeah, it's just up till Midgar, so it's the opening 5 or 6 hours.
It's still out.
Everything I've read so far seems to say that the reasoning for what they're doing is sound. So I'm going to wait until I finish it before I say
I think fans are they let Square off the hook a little bit too much sometimes, but okay.
But you see, the
benefit of the doubt.
I will trust Jason Schreier. He's the one guy I trust.
The question is, Aidan, is there any pizza places open close to you at this time?
There actually is.
Let's go.
I think Saturday, Roland, you're going to have to get him a pizza.
Oh, yeah, okay. Saturday we'll get you the pizza, all right?
Send it in the post.
4 o'clock in the morning. Ordering 2 pizzas and 2 cans. There you are. You're sorted.
Defo, yeah, 100%.
Is everyone picking it up? Are you picking it up, John?
No, because I'm very close to picking it up, but I don't know about it, and I'm not really sure why I don't know about it. I think it's because I expect
it's the same reason of Final Fantasy 3. It's Resident Evil 3. It's €60 for a 5-minute game.
No, it's not. It's for 30 plus hours. That's not the reason. In fairness, it's just that
40 hours.
Give a 10 out of 10.
I don't think I don't think we're going to see part 2 in the next 2 years.
Decade.
So I don't think I'm in any rush to play it. You know what I mean? I don't need to pre-book it. I wait for it to go on sale. That's just my.
I am interested in buying it, but I'm not that massive Final Fantasy fan. So
I'm massive.
I wait till it goes down a bit.
Fan. But
I did like the mechanics.
I have it bought, to be honest.
Yeah,
I just wanted to throw it in. Yeah.
I might actually get it. Like, I might get it in a week.
Support the cause, John. How are they going to create the rest of the game if you're not supporting them at the very, very start? Come on.
I think there's a lot of people buying that game.
I don't think they're going to have any problem with sales.
I think we're going to give away one this weekend as well. So someone might get it.
There you go.
Perfect. So, Google Stadia is back in the news. What are they doing this time? Google Stadia is throwing another swing at grabbing some of the gaming market by giving customers a chance at experience Stadia for free. So for the next 2 months, with the option to continue the pro subscriptions for $9.99 after. Anyone who opts in for this deal will also have some free games to play. Destiny 2 is there. Way!
Their flagship title 3 years ago.
Grid is an old game as well. Guilt, never heard of it. SteamWorld Dig, I have heard of it. It's a small indie game.
That's actually a good game.
SteamWorld Quest, that's there as well. I haven't played that one. Serious Sam Collection. Wasn't that the game
Serious Sam is fantastic.
Sky Guys created?
No, don't think so. Their first game was Danger Dave or something like that.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, Serious Sam is the game where constant barrages of enemies are running at you and you have to kill them all. It's fantastic.
That's an old game, no?
Guys are amazing.
What, 15
years
old at least?
Old games, no?
Spitlings.
No, but Serious Sam
Stacks, Thumper. The games are not good, guys.
That was the best comment I've heard.
Place at the moment.
That's the best comment I heard in a while was, and I'll censor it, but it was, I put up this piece of news onto the chat, and Patty was like, yeah, the games are still crap, though.
Well, because I already knew about it when you put it in. It's just, I'm so disappointed with Stadia. I'm just so disappointed with it. I was like, at the start, I was like, yeah, it's going to be the best thing ever. Netflix of gaming, here we go. And next thing,
I mean, making it free, it's pretty much all they could have done, really, at this stage. But as Patty so eloquently said, yeah, the games are still crap.
Yeah.
And I still have absolutely no interest. I don't know who this is for. I've said this a million times. I'm going to say it one more time. I don't know who Stadia is for. Because if you've got a PC, you've got a gaming console, it's not for you. But if it's... You still have to shell out money. Now the subscription is free, fair enough. But now you still have to shell out money for these games. And not these games, obviously, not the free ones. But they're only free if you have the pro subscription, by the way. You have to, it's not going to be people who don't care about games to get them into it because they're not going to pay this money for stuff they don't want. So I still don't know who the Stadia is for.
Yeah.
Game Pass has nearly 20 times as much games for half the price.
Yeah. Game Pass is great.
Yes.
At the minute, you're really only paying for the cloud, aren't you? They keep your games on the cloud. That's basically what it's doing. Because if you do, you have to have a good internet connection. But I'm sitting here now that I have a good internet connection. I was thinking, The only thing to get me from Stadia is that they hold the game on the cloud and it's not on my PC, and that's storage. But the storage on PC is not that expensive anymore.
No,
so
it's starting to drop.
It's starting to drop big time. Like, and you can pick up hard drives and everything else really cheap now. So I don't know.
Even some of the bigger hard drives now, the 1 terabyte Samsung hard drives are very, very cheap.
Yeah, but that's it. Look, so I don't know. They're swinging a miss, I think.
I see a use case for this. I, with work, will occasionally have to go to America. I see a use case where I'll pay for the month when I'm over there, so I can play Destiny off my work laptop. And that's
where we're kind of forgetting about that. Is you can play stuff on your phone, you can play stuff on your tablet, you can play stuff. That's probably that's what we're forgetting.
You can do that on Xbox.
The use case.
You can do that on the Xbox cloud, can't you? And the Nvidia cloud. And
I think that's only after coming out, though, isn't it? The Nvidia.
So Stadia, though.
Yeah, not true, but I came out after Stadia.
I know.
Are they available on just web browsers on
I don't know.
laptops?
I think
the problem with my work laptop is I can't install anything, so I'd have to play it off a web browser.
I'm sure PS Now you can use on your browser. Could be wrong, but
that's what Stadia is when I haven't tried it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the one use case I see for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Other companies do it as well.
I said it was stupid months before it released, and it turned out it was stupid, and it's still stupid.
Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel.
I'm right, and I'm right.
Tell you how you really feel.
So we have something crazy up next, guys. Paddy has the video. Let's roll it, Paddy.
I'm using the change in the accelerometer and the gyroscope in the Ring Fit when it gets squeezed. So it's not really. So technically, if you start shaking it like crazy, it will go through.
People will figure.
Controller bending.
Hey, what's up guys, StupidLewis64 here. Today I got a really dumb idea I wanted to share with y'all. With the news of us staying home, I had to find a new creative way to exercise. With the Ring Fit Adventure controller being the obvious choice to exercise with at home, I decided to mod it for Breath of the Wild a couple months ago, but the game itself wasn't very challenging. So after a couple days of isolation, I came up with the worst idea to ever mod my Ring Fit controller to. I decided for whatever dumb reason, I wanted to play Dark Souls, but with the Ring Fit Adventure controller. And boy, is this controller, oh man, this is an exercise.
And that is some lunatic trying to play Dark Souls 3 with a Nintendo Ring Fit. Fair play to him. That's not going to be frustrating or anything.
Keep it fit. That's what you have to do these day and age, you know?
We'll just do it.
No, not a chance.
No?
Probably give it a try, but
I'm not hitting hard enough with the controller.
It's not like I find Dark Souls easy these days, but like I'm not a completionist. I don't want it to make it harder. It's fine. It's it doesn't seem fun to me, but it's a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
Next is Paddy's Guess the
I forgot
Prize.
To do it. It's been a busy day. Wait, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up really quickly.
This has been.
Let's celebrate.
What we do?
We want to celebrate. Let's go to a rave.
I can't believe I forgot. Can everyone just wait there for 5 seconds, please?
Can I get some brown sugar?
All right, now I'm after getting up what things are worth. Let's just go on. Let's forget about it.
Topic of the week, guys. What controller is our favorite? Who wants to jump in first?
I pretty much already gave my 2 cents on that.
Yeah.
So
we've talked about this.
Well, it's just like John's like, well, I'm not talking about it anymore. Because I already talked about it. I don't get paid enough for this.
Well, do you want me to talk about fine? It's the Xbox controller, in my opinion.
Hey, will you change what you're saying? You're repeating yourself now.
360.
Wii U is the Wii U controller.
Or Xbox One?
Xbox One.
Yeah. It's a little slimmer.
Yeah, it's a little slimmer. It's just nicer.
Right, I had me and Pat nearly came to blows. It blows. He messaged me after it. Everyone, I was like, Pat, what? Calm down. But I don't think there's a difference. Right? You give me a controller to play a game, I'll play that game. I don't see everyone saying, "Oh no, it doesn't feel right," and I have to put this one on. This doesn't feel. You're playing the game. It's fit for purpose. Use it. Right?
I kind of agree with you, Paddy, because there was a lad. No, I kind of agree with Paddy because there's a lad I knew. I used to play FIFA with this man. I won't name and shame him, but sometimes he had to play. No, it wasn't Ronan. It was someone from college, and he used to give out when he had to play on my Xbox, and anytime I beat him, which was a lot because he wasn't great, was that he would basically go,
"You have to tell us who it is."
Oh, but sure, I can't. How would you expect me to play on this? Oh, sure, the controller is like, it's like playing on a brick. And he used to actually give out that my hands get sore. My hands get sore. It's so big. This controller is so big. I was like, would you actually shut up, you guys?
Duke?
What are you talking about?
It's same as the off-brand controllers. You know, the one that used to have the turbo button in the middle of it and stuff like that. There, everyone's like, "No, I can't. If I'm using this one, I'm going to lose." Or then the controller goes nuts. But I just don't get. I really don't understand. I understand, like, if you're coming from a controller to a keyboard and mouse, that's a big difference. But all the controllers are the same. Like, for my the Nintendo Wii controllers are a bit different, but they're not. They were kind of the same as the NES controllers and stuff like that. So
I'd probably have to disagree
I
with
wouldn't.
you.
Yeah, I disagree so much. I'm gonna go through this. I have like 7 controllers that I use on like a weekly basis, for different things.
But you adapt.
I don't have to. I don't want
you
to
still
adapt.
have a preference.
But why
though.
do you have 7 controllers then?
Okay, I'm gonna go through this. The Switch Joy-Cons on the dock. That is the best Tetris controller you can ever use. Those clicky buttons, those really sharp clicky buttons, are incredible for Tetris.
They're actually tasty.
Yeah. So I have a wireless GameCube Pro controller for my Switch, and I use that exclusively for Smash Brothers.
Okay.
I have one of the Pro Nikon PS4 controllers that I use for FPSs on the PS4. Everything else I use the normal PS4 controller for. I have the Elite 360 controller that I use for PC, and I have the 8-bit Go SNES controller that I use for retro games.
You just
I have. There's different button styles for different controllers, and different things suit them better. Like, I love playing old RPGs on an old SNES controller.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that. Like, you can have preferences. I understand that, and I have preferences too. As I said, the Xbox controller is my favorite. Yeah. It's just that I do agree with Paddy, where like I don't think if someone is like given, I do agree that you can just adapt to any controller. It's not that difficult, but I do agree that some games play better with different controllers. But
literally everyone says about the Xbox controller that they'd rather play with the Xbox controller. I've been playing PlayStation controllers since I could walk. And they're the best ones. I don't care.
I think the analog stick placement is just wrong. I don't think it works as it. In fact, the Wii U
PlayStation or the Xbox? Sorry.
On the PlayStation, the Wii U Pro controller that had both the analog sticks up and all the buttons down was actually a really comfortable controller to play on as well.
Don't get started on the N64 controller with the middle thumbstick.
I would rather an N64 controller than a PS3 controller.
But how are you supposed to use the whole left-hand side of the controller if you're using the left-hand side controller? That's so stupid.
I hate the PS3 controller. I would take an N64 controller over it.
When they first seen the PlayStation 1 controller, and then when they added the analog sticks, it was like a completely new world was after happening.
Yeah, so that was awesome. And the Rumble Pack.
And the Rumble Packs and everything like that. That made a big difference. I did like the N64 controller. But like, if you gave me any of them controllers to play now at any game, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between any of them. I'd be able to play that game with that controller. Like, the way people go on with controllers.
I don't think it makes you better or worse. I just think it's a comfort thing. And
it's a preference.
I'll admit I'm into controllers. I have like a collection of controllers. I'll buy any controller I can get, and I have adapters to work all in one PC. It's just a thing I've always liked. The Steam controller is a hot pile of garbage, by the way.
Never used
a touchpad thing.
Yeah, it's crap. Jesus. I got it for $5 on Steam when they were getting rid of them.
Only one controller you need. That's the way it shines. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. So I've got 3 controllers here that I would probably, they're my best they're my favorite depending on what game. So I'm going to go with Paddy as well. The PS4 controller it does the job. I've been using, I've been played so many hours of gaming on my PS4. It's more a familiarity thing rather than a build quality or the way it feels or the design. I have like a cheap Xbox controller, and what the guys are saying, see where the Xbox analog stick is. It's where the D-pad is, and I actually think that's a more natural fitting for you want to be using the analog.
Just
around
have
with the
small
D-pad.
hands.
It's not about small hands.
No,
honestly,
it feels better, Paddy. It's not. We're not saying that.
It's like making BMW over Mercedes Benz. Like,
remember the original
exact
Xbox
same
controllers?
thing.
They were huge.
Massive, yeah.
They were great. I wasn't a big fan of those.
The one that,
you get knocked out with that.
This is the one Aiden is talking about.
Yeah,
this is the best controller for retro gaming, hands down. Like it's so the build quality is amazing. It's wireless. It's got the.
It looks strange to me with the analog on it.
That is class.
The battery lasts for ages. It charges over USB-C.
Like I was playing just kind of modern games with that, and it really is top class.
Like I haven't used an old school controller like that in a while. I might get me one of those.
8-bit, yeah, unbelievable.
I've been using a Scuff controller for the last year, and they're unreal. They're a great controller.
They're very nice
with the pads on the back. They're expensive though. You could pay £200 for one.
I'm a very intimidating man though, so I just basically look at the game sometimes and just start playing. You know what I mean? I don't even need a controller.
The Elite Xbox One controller is a fantastic controller as well.
How much is that?
That's the best built controller I think that's on the market.
Yeah, that was 170 quid I got it for.
I haven't played with them. The Scuff is pretty decent.
Yeah, it's like it's sort of the level that Scuff will be on there, sort of fairly similar.
I don't know if I'd be interested in the update or the new release with the PlayStation controller. You put the two pads on the back. You know, the pad connects to it, and you put it on the back. Remember that joke came out recently?
Oh yeah, remember that?
I need to get it to see what how the charging is like on that. Can you charge it from the back and charge the controller at the same time? But it's
you can, as far as I know, it takes power through the headphones jack.
Like it does make a big difference. I don't know why PlayStation maybe not wouldn't come up with a pad on the back.
Because then they can't sell the peripheral.
They only brought the peripheral out now, though.
I think it might be on the DualSense, but we just haven't seen it yet.
Maybe
there wasn't a photo of that area of the controller.
Because a lot of pro gamers want it. Like they definitely want it because they hate taking their thumbs off the thumbsticks.
Yeah.
That's why you do it, so because it gives a big advantage if someone has to take it off and you don't
jump and aim.
Yeah, big. Fortnite was massive for it. Same as any. Yeah. But Fortnite especially because there was a lot of jumping and a lot of shooting in that game.
Here's a question for you boys: what's everybody's least favorite controller? If you have one, if you don't have one, you might have one.
I have two. I hate the Duke and I hate the PS3 controller.
Okay.
I think the most uncomfortable one is probably the original NES controller.
Yeah.
Square, sitting in your hand, and you're clicking buttons for a good few hours. Like it gets sore. The N64, your thumb got sore as well playing that.
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay.
But then
the middle of your hand got sore if you're playing Mario Party.
Yeah.
My one is definitely the freaking monstrosity that was the Wii U controller. I don't know if they made them smaller ever, but like the big tablet. Try playing Bayonetta on that, by the way. It's an absolute garbage fire. I hate it so much. It's actually
comfortable.
I hate it. My hands were over here. I was playing a game like I was driving a lorry. I don't know what the hell was going on. I was trying to play a Devil May Cry-esque game like this. Okay, here we go. This is going to be fun. I didn't like it at all. That's fair enough. I hated it. I hated it.
Yeah.
David Green, the answer to that question is yes, 100%.
Is Final Fantasy 12 basically Star Wars, and is Fran a Wookiee? Who's Fran?
Who's Fran?
Final Fantasy 12 is it's just a total copy of Star Wars.
I never played 12. 12 is like one of the few I never played, honestly.
It's really good.
I've got that Disney Plus, and I was thinking about watching all the new Star Wars. I haven't watched any Star Wars films since Revenge of the Sith.
Don't.
I haven't watched any, but I think because everyone's got on about that sideshow. What's it called? That Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, watch that.
The Mandalorian.
Watch that. You don't have to watch any of the rest of them. Watch
it doesn't relate in anything towards the new
It's
movies.
like a wild western. Just watch that. It's brilliant.
That Disney Plus is, I know it's probably like advertisement, but it's pretty good for like if you have kids and stuff.
It's really good.
Watch all the old movies. I watched Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
What a movie!
What
a movie!
Watch that the other day.
The Banshee.
It's unbelievable.
The Banshee's
it's an unbelievable film.
It's fixing Simpsons next month as well. I hear.
I don't know. I haven't watched much of I love watching The Simpsons when it's on, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it.
That Banshee is a thing from my childhood that I was terrified
of. A lot of people say that.
The green see-through. Actually, I'm kind of doing it now. Look, the green see-through Banshee effect. Ooh, I was terrified. And the Headless Horseman who comes and he says nothing. That was because it's such a light-hearted movie before that.
I kind of got out of it. I was like, where was this filmed? It has to be filmed in Ireland. And I was like, no. Nowhere near.
Do you want to see me, Patrick Gold?
Nowhere near. It was filmed in California. I was like, you're after ruining me childhood here.
I don't know. I don't think I wanted to know that information.
No, I didn't want to know it either, but you know now. We all know.
It's got a very young Sean Connery in it.
Oh, I'm gonna tell everybody that.
With his great singing voice. Here's my dear, my darling. Yeah, that's a great film. That is one of
it's a great movie.
I was trying to look for the original. Did you ever watch Pete's Dragon? No.
Oh yeah.
I thought I couldn't find it. The remake was on it, but I couldn't find the original. I love the original.
We've got a bill of sale right here.
Song of the South was not
like, and if you look at like Disney do it so well. If you look at their old movies, they look like they were made like not so long ago. And some of that Darby O'Gill was made in like the 50s or something. And it's just like this is unbelievable how good the quality is. And even now, I was looking at Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff. Pirates of the Caribbean looks like it was made like the ones that are made 15 years ago look like they were made really yesterday. Good. Do you know what I mean? And the quality is just they're always so far ahead. I suppose that's why they're Disney at the end of the day.
They do have money.
Yeah, but they look class.
Yeah, they didn't put Song of the South on it. I saw.
Oh well, yeah, that's to be expected, Aidan.
So guys, we're going to go into a community section. So yeah, Final Fantasy, the question there. If there's any questions in the chat, guys,
Kevin said Counter-Strike is easier to watch than League of Legends. I probably agree because I have no, I know what's going on Counter-Strike.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
It took me a long time to get the ability to watch League of Legends.
I honestly, guys, I have no idea what's going on League of Legends.
No, I've never played a MOBA, and I've never really watched a MOBA either. So
James McDonald says Resi 3 is worth every penny.
Like I don't disagree that it's a great game.
James is a big fan.
No, and I bet you it's a fantastic game, and I bet you I'd have a lot of fun. But after those 4 hours, I don't know if I'd go back in and play it again, and then I'd be like, Jesus, that was €60. I wouldn't. I think 40 would be fine for me, or maybe even 35, 40. I think maybe then.
I'll spend 30 on it.
Aaron Shield says Aiden enjoys long walks on the beach on FIFA.
There you go.
Only half of that's true. He does love it. He does
love walking those beaches now, Aiden. Jesus, keep inside.
Pat Curley says Dirt Rally 2.0 broke me. Played for a few hours and couldn't get past the third time trial. It's a tough game, but stick with it, dude. It's a very, very.
I was thinking about trying to get it back maybe into a bit of Forza or something.
Forza's class, yeah.
Yeah.
Get that
on Game Pass.
I don't have any questions. Come on now, don't be shy. Hey, whoa.
Toka 2 was a great game. Do you remember that Toka 2?
Yeah,
the first game you used to put snow tires if it was snowing and rain tires. That blew my mind back at the PS1. I was like, whoa.
It wasn't called Toka 2 Race Driver, was it? Or there was like a.
Was that Toka 2 Rally?
Cars? Was that touring cars?
I thought it was Toka 2 Rally. No.
I was a child. I have no idea.
I know the first Toka was Toka touring car.
Could have been. It was PS1. Whatever one was on the PS1. It was on PS1.
The cheat for Toka 1 got you the pink Cadillac and the tank.
Yes, God, that's after bringing back serious memories right there. Wow.
What was that game where you used to have to drive for pink slips and you used to do like drag races? I remember that game.
Pink slips?
No, pink slips. Like if you lose, you give up your. Yeah, it was juiced. Yeah, pink slips. What that means is like it's in the racing car scene, and if you lose, you give your car to the winner. That's what driving
for pink
slips wins.
Juiced was like they took
it's American term.
They took Need for Speed Underground 2 and made all of the gameplay worse, but they just made more of it.
Oh yeah, I don't remember being that good. I just remember playing it. Blur is one of the best driving games I've ever played.
Blur's a great game.
If anyone's ever played, it's like a real driving game, but also Mario Kart.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Play Blur.
Yeah. Who doesn't like Mario Kart?
That's great. I love Mario Kart, but this is like if you mix Mario Kart with like a more realistic driving game, like it's actual cars and it's actual. You know what I mean?
No.
Nice.
No, I have no idea.
Not a clue what you're on about.
A Need for Speed game with rocket power-ups.
Cool. Yeah, there you go.
Burnout, that was brilliant.
Burnout
3 is my favorite racing game of all time.
Pat Curley says Streets of Rage 4 might be coming this month. You guys excited? Yeah, I'll definitely play it.
Totally play that.
I'm always a bit skeptical.
Pretty cool,
remember when they re-released Double Dragon and it was crap?
Yeah.
So I'm always a little bit. I'll wait to see what the reviews are like.
They really changed the art style, so it'll be interesting to see.
I'll definitely play Streets of Rage 4.
I'll definitely play it if it's not crap.
How do we get started?
Aaron Shields with the 100 stars.
It must be after just getting over our adequate numbers.
Stars. Thank you
Aaron
for the stars. For this tip, Aiden has to play FIFA at least 10 minutes.
He can play FIFA. Do you have FIFA?
No.
No, how's he going to play it? I was thinking you can play with us on.
I can share play it.
You can play, yeah. There you go. Play with us on Saturday. I want to do some pro clubs.
One of these play it.
We'll do a co-op game, myself and yourself, Aiden. Take on the world.
That's a sacrifice enough.
I think that'd be a game for Saturday. Is some some pro clubs. If anyone has actually any games they think they want to see played or
all of my mates there now, if you just give to the charity, I'll play FIFA on Saturday.
All right, don't give it now because I have the.
That's going out. That's going out to Aaron Shields, Shimmy McGowan, Ross McNamara.
Nice. Don't give us that link there because I'm after getting a message saying it's the wrong one. I actually set up for a Jigsaw in England instead of Ireland, so sorry, but we'll do it. I'll fix it. It looks like the same company. It's very difficult to decipher. It's
a factory that makes jigsaws.
Who is this Paddy Toner?
It's your man from Saw.
Much like my jigsaws.
It's your man from Saw. I'm in trouble now. Jigsaw. I'm in trouble now.
Oh, he's going to make more traps, Paddy.
Oh,
that's the last person you want to be giving money to.
You're funding the next movie.
Yeah, I love them movies. When they come out, we're off going back to movies here, but I loved the first few Saw movies.
Saw 1 I seen in cinema. It was blew my mind.
Did you see Saw? I did.
Hey.
I see Saw 2. Oh, that doesn't work.
I've seen the first one, except I looked away when he had to cut off his arm or leg.
I loved them.
I can't watch that level of.
I do love them movies. I do. They're so different to that's the kind of movies I'd rather watch than a horror movie because
the platform kind of reminded me of.
Yeah, it reminded me as well.
I loved that movie. Now, unbelievable. I thought it was really interesting.
Did you watch Platform?
No, I made a man recommend it this morning.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Definitely watch it.
It plays with your mind. It's very like that, John.
I've seen the Cube. Yeah. I've seen the Cube.
It's very, very like that.
You ever seen the Cube 2, Hypercube?
No.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Cube.
Where they mess with reality.
I haven't seen it.
It's a good bad movie.
The only bit of the Cube I remember is when my man is trying to run out of the building, but they have like a wireframe checkered thing, and he walks through it and he falls into bits. That's all I remember.
The Resident Evil bit.
Over here. I remember.
I link this.
Aaron Shields, another 50 stars.
Aaron, shave your money for Saturday.
Coming in hot.
I'm gonna link the Twitch. A lot of people probably aren't on Twitch, but if you are, please follow the Republic of Players channel for Saturday.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And I do want to say, anyone that's on any of the other channels on Facebook, whether it's over on John's channel or the Alpha Fox channel or any of the other channels, please head over to the Republic of Players. That's where the broadcast is kind of so we're trying to kind of send people over there to ask questions.
I see Aidan Hayes is joined over on my side. Go over to Republic.
I see Chantel over there on my side. I see Kyle Taylor as well. So if you can go over to the Republic of Players and please...
Twitch never works. Pat, the reason Twitch doesn't work for you is because your internet is so bad. I know it's a horrible thing to say, but it's
but have you clicked on low latency and like all that stuff as well, Pat? Because there are settings you can set the player to make it slightly easier. Because I found with my internet, I couldn't watch a thing. It
was so hard to watch it, and I put low latency on, couldn't watch that.
In what? In which?
When I had bad internet, to watch Twitch was very difficult.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
I don't think we can restream this weekend. I'm not sure. I probably could, but I think it'd take away from the channel a little bit if we and the whole setting if we put it all to loads of different things at once.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think if we just had people working and going to the Facebook and trying to send people over and sharing out the link for Twitch, I think that should.
Because I'm going to be having all casters are going to take over. Anti-Tinkerbell are taking over. They're all doing an hour each. There's a couple of people maybe doing an hour. Maybe I play games, or maybe some of us playing. But it's going to be 24 hours. And Wednesday, the hardest part is going to be between like 3 o'clock in the morning and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Tarkov boys.
That's the Tarkov hours. I was just about to say. You took the words out of my mouth.
It'd be great. I hope you can see loads of people come in and show a bit.
We can do one of those things, Ronan. If anyone else is Tarkov, you know when people stream and they have like
Scav Army.
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be good actually. So my wife will be home. She actually cut my hair today. She did a pretty good job as well. Shout out to her.
Awesome.
So I'm still considering shaving it as well.
John's on about shaving his as well.
Yeah, but it was Ronan's idea. But Ronan said it. I basically went, do you know what? I'd probably shave it too.
Okay, we'll see what the kind of atmosphere.
I don't have a razor, unfortunately.
I do. Right, you don't.
I don't.
Do with a Mac 3 just. So shout out to Tracy, but she's going to be home at 5 o'clock, so I'm basically free from 5 o'clock onwards.
You can be in the chat, can't you?
Oh, I'm going to keep. I'll have tabs open all day. I'll be in and out. So
maybe I'll dye my mustache somehow.
I might have
to do it, Pat. But a big F for that. You can't watch things in 140p.
Wow. 120p.
Or 120.
God.
So the games I have set up is Fortnite, Apex, Call of Duty, Jackbox, FIFA. What else? What else did I say? What else can we play? I was thinking about getting. Yeah, I've got loads of party games.
Gang Beasts.
Gang Beasts. I definitely want to play that.
I might pick that up then.
Whoop whoop to the Gang Beasts.
It's cheap enough. I actually think it's. Did I see it's free on something? I can't remember.
Is it crossplay?
No, there was a game like Gang Beasts that was free on Epic for a while.
It's not crossplay. Dave said Baxter says I'll start your razor. This man with the thing. Stars. Thanks, Aaron.
Cheers, Aaron.
I suppose is that it, or we throw any more promotion? If anyone can come in and give anything on Saturday, it would be really appreciated. Like there's a lot of people doing a lot of work and effort these days and trying to keep things going mental health wise, and like we all need to do our part through these difficult times. So it'd be great. Show them what we can do through gaming as well. That's a big. I'd love to do more of these like throughout the year, that we set up these little things for different charities.
And again, as Paddy was saying, hopefully in the future we can do these in person with each other. You know what I mean?
Paddy, Dragon Ball tournament. Yeah. I don't think I have Dragon Ball. I was thinking about a fighting game. I wouldn't mind getting like Street Fighter or something, or one of them Tekken or something we could all play against each other online. That'd be great crack.
I do love Tekken.
Capcom versus
Tekken 7 that all of us have. You have Tekken 7, don't you, Ron?
I have it on the PC.
I think we all got it at one time.
I actually don't have Tekken 7. I want it though. I could probably pick it up.
The only reason why I have Tekken 7 is because I think it was last year's E3. They had it cheap as an event because E3 was on. That's why I picked it up. It was really cheap.
Raised all the stars. He's
not
all
E3.
Lovely.
Sorry, Evo. I meant Evo.
David Green actually had a really nice comment on the community the other night. I just want to shout out of appreciation for that. It's not, we do this. We've been doing this for the last while, and
2 years.
I know people enjoy the show, but to see something like that, it really makes it worthwhile. So I appreciate that comment, David.
Yeah, definitely. No,
it's there. Yeah, it's lovely.
I love it. I love how many people are watching tonight and showing effort, and it's even great. Like all we want to do is for you to take part.
No, Paddy, it's okay. It's okay, Paddy. Let it out.
So, guys, what do you say we tell the good folks where they can find us, and we'll get out of here. Paddy Toner.
Well, you can find me on the Republican Players on everything. I am on everything, the whole lot of them. Just look, you'll find me. And the community, you can ask me. I'm there every day. I say things most days. This Saturday is very important to us, and it's very important to Jigsaw and everything like that too. So if you all could just make a little bit of an effort, I really, really appreciate it. Just turn up, leave a tab, chat to me, chat to the people, everything like that. Don't leave me lonely. Don't leave us lonely. That's all I'm asking. And do what you can, and take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching.
John Fogarty, where can the good folks find you?
Good folks can find me pretty much everywhere: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter. 20 for gaming. That's TOOOLD for gaming. And currently, I'm doing daily videos for the lockdown. I have a juicy video coming up later this evening, and I'm playing games and I'm reacting to stuff.
Sweet. Good to see you, John. Good to see you working hard. Aidan McCallion, let's hear that new Twitter handle, baby.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram on the same name. That's Aidan616, spelled the Irish way, AODHAIN.
I missed the old one.
And you can also find me on. You can also find me on the show Owen and Anime podcast. That's SHOWOWENEN.
Nice.
Awesome. And the good folks can find me over on the Republic of Players, on the community. That thing is hopping at the moment. So keep all that.
Congrats to the boys. Like, what this lad? Look at this man. This lad.
I like it. I like it. Get the plus this.
But
congrats to the lads last night for their win against FIFA.
Yeah. So we entered an international club VPG competition yesterday. We were the underdogs. There was 16 teams, and we got the whole way through to the final. Ended with the most dramatic goal to win it. It's over on the community, like it's ridiculous. And we had a few new faces in, and it was just we needed it because we've had like that team is like it's like playing in a relegation battle constantly. And I compare it to the Dark Souls, where it's just misery for like 90%, and then you get that moment of brilliance, and that makes it all worthwhile. But no, shout out to Team Republic over on the VPG team. You know, it's up and down there. Like we're all good mates, and it's something that I personally love doing now at the moment. Love and hate it. It depends what day of the week it is, but yeah, it's getting me through having no sport out there. So definitely, if you have a chance, we're going to be starting to stream those games over on the community, over on the main page, the Republic of Players main page on Facebook. We're going to hopefully start streaming the games and get people kind of watching what we're doing. It's 11v11 FIFA, so it's pretty interesting.
It can get very dramatic. I haven't been playing in a while, but when I was there, people can get very dramatic as well.
And Paddy Wilson said they're in the semi-finals tonight at the moment.
Awesome.
So
nice.
Yeah, so that's amazing. Fair play, Paddy. So yeah, guys, we're gonna get out of here, and hopefully we'll see you Saturday. Remember, if you can't be around for the full day, just keep a tab open, and it'll be much appreciated. It will help us an awful lot come up those rankings on Twitch, as it's sometimes very difficult to do. And hopefully you'll be there to support, and we'll catch you then. My name is Ronan Fox from Paddy, John, and Aidan. This has been Trop-cast episode 57.